love you all. To my family, my cosmic family, I love my family. You are my family. We ain't gotta have blood, but just know it's all love. I really wanna give you a hug, so speak whatever you need to speak. You gotta open up your throat chakra. You gotta motherfucking release. Don't let nobody have that much power over you to where you can't even speak about your shit, on your shit. You better let them know you got it like that. So come on, baby, to the channel. Greetings, grand rising, my beautiful cosmic family. Well, greetings. It's still kind of in the rise. Some people still just not waking up. I don't think I need both lights. Yeah, I'm gonna just take this one I got. I be trying to save the energy, baby. Period, poo. So y'all, I'm not gonna light no sage today. I'm not gonna do the singing bowl right now. Sometimes it just come when my soul call it. You get what I'm saying? So whenever my soul yearn for it, that's when I do it. I just got out of a deep ass spiritual cleansing. So I had a lot of sage lit in there to the point where my head was getting lightheaded. I was in that bitch feeling drunk off the sage. So I was like, let me just scoop this down just a little bit. I just washed my hair, so I got on a towel plus my whatever this damn called. So I just uploaded a video. Is currently still being uploaded. It should be uploaded any minute now. I got a very deep, intense download last night. I'm kind of happy I got it, but I already knew, already what it really was with this particular person. But the download I got, it was like I can just see me at the table serving these motherfuckers. Like, you thought when you went to God you wouldn't go see me? I'm one of God's not his favorites, but I work with him. I work with her, goddess. I work with Mother Nature. I work with universal laws of attraction. I work with that. So it wasn't like a bigger shocker to me for y'all spirits to see me. And when y'all spirits came and seen us, y'all heads was down. But no need to be shamed, baby. That's just what you put out. So you got everything you put out. Flat out. But, so I was going to tell a quick story time about crickets. This video is going to be about crickets. So y'all, back when my uncle passed away, transitioned over, I was over there with my relatives for a minute, with my mom and stuff like that, helping her out around the house, buying groceries, buying weed, whatever the hell they needed. I was just being there to support and also I didn't want to be by myself because I was kind of like, in a transitional state of battling if I wanted to go back there or not. Like, it was a lot going on with me personally, but I didn't share nothing I was going through with nobody. I just kept it all to myself. So I kept feeling super drained because they was pouring themselves and they shit all into me to the point where I was carrying all they shit and my shit too. So I was really, really heavy. So, just want to get my pictures a little bit. So, as I was just looking at that and going through that stuff, that phase in my life, one day I got up. It was early in the rising, and I was sitting in my van out in the driveway, me out in the field, and it was beautiful. It was sunny out. I seen birds greeting me and all type of things, and it was so beautiful to the point where I was like, I'm just like, it's a beautiful day. And out of nowhere, like, your soul tell you what it need in a time of need, and you be thinking you just sitting there getting like, okay, let me just go do this whole time. That be your soul telling you to. Like, sometimes when I want to smoke weed, it don't be my mind because I don't care for weed. It be my soul. Like, we can get a little high for a few seconds today. Like, for real. It don't be your ego or the negative part. Now, your negative part is when they be like, buy weed every day even though you don't need it type shit. That's your ego part. Well, your negative ego part. So something kept telling me that day to buy crickets or get crickets and set them free. And it's like I was hearing a voice sitting there like, buy crickets and set them free. I didn't tell nobody. I kept feeling that. I just got up. I Googled a pet store near East Warren. I Googled the pet store and I went to that pet store. And I seen the I Googled a pet store and I called them and asked them I needed crickets. See, they won't sell you the crickets unless you saying you giving the crickets to a tarantula or whatever the fuck them shit's called. But let me stop cussing so much. Lately, I've been cussing, y'all, and I'm not even a cusser, but sometimes I like cussing. So I go get the crickets. I had to lie to the guy that sold me the crickets. I ended up buying like 300 crickets for like $3 or $4. Very cheap. I think I'm going to do that again, actually. No, I don't know. My soul ain't asking me to. My soul just gave me this quick memory I had. So I go buy the crickets. I come back and something kept telling me, set them free. And set them free in the field next to your mom's house. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. So I get the crickets. I'm talking to them, putting my energy into them while they in the bag. You know, they was jumping all around looking scared when I first got them. But when I started like connecting with the crickets, this was so spiritual, y'all. Y'all can go Google the spiritual meaning of crickets too, so you know I'm not lying. Or you know I'm not telling a myth. Go do your own research. Don't just take my word for it. This is just my story time. This is my channel. I get to speak what I want on my channel. If you don't like it, hit the door, ho. So anywho, so I get back and I'm letting the cricket, when I'm looking at the crickets before I let them free, I'm just talking to them. I'm like, it's okay. You don't have to be in there for food no more. I'm going to set you free. And they was looking at me. They got so calm. Just imagine. Go buy some crickets. Go buy some crickets so you can see what I'm saying. They be scared. They jumping all over the place. But for some reason, I was able to calm these crickets down. It's like they felt my energy like I'm finna release you. So, and still, I didn't know exactly what I was doing. I was just doing what my soul told me to do. So I released the crickets into nature and I just let them go. When I'm letting them go, one of them stopped on the leaf and I promise you, it stopped on the leaf and it looked up like it was a person, like this shit was creepy. My sister, my little baby sister seen it too. Not the evil, wicked one, but my little bitty baby sister. She seen it too. The little cricket, I let it free. The one cricket was just sitting right there. It was one left in the bag, act like he didn't want to go. He was like, I like this energy. Fuck y'all, I'm staying here with her. And there was another one that just sat up on the leaf and looked up at me. And then I was like, go be free, baby. And when I said that, it jumped off and ran into the things. And you can hear them, like, you can hear the crickets. So I let them free. And when I let them free, I felt like a boom of like light, like came into me. And I didn't tell nobody this. Nobody, not even my little sister that was there. I ain't tell her shit. I believe she seen it. I believe she actually seen that shit. I believe she sat there and seen it type shit. Like, I think she seen through it. But it was like a boom of brightness just flew into my body, like, boom. And I was like, it's like my heart was like, what the fuck? So I go sit in the car and I go research. Because mind you, I researched a little bit. But I researched deeper. What do it mean spiritually when you release crickets into the nature? That means you are giving back to Mother Earth. You are giving her children back to her. And crickets are very spiritual. Even you can use them for bad omens. Crickets can come, and they say if you see a black cricket or something in your house and they keep cricking, somebody finna die or a spell has been casted or something finna happen. And in my case, it was me giving back to nature and freeing some crickets that could have been killed and slaughtered, you know, and I released them back and I bought a lot of them. I bought like 300 of them for about $3 to $4. And it didn't look like I bought 300 because they were so, I don't know, I think he cheated me, but I don't give a damn. I still free somebody fucking pets, whatever the fuck, crickets. And this message is like I felt my higher self speaking to me, telling me, you just released a big curse over your life. The crickets is sent for your protection. So while you over here grieving and finna get ready to go to a funeral and things like that, you just set out a protection over here in this area. Because something in this, and they went towards the alley where, if y'all go back to one of my videos when I said I felt like I was going to get set up one night, that was the same alley that one boy came out of. The crickets went over towards the alley area too. So I didn't tell nobody the spiritual experiences I felt or anything like that. Then it was saying it could speed up your manifestation. So whatever, and I was manifesting deeply too, y'all. I was manifesting so much that around that time, but nobody knew. I didn't tell nobody anything. I just got a heat feeling over my body. It was just like a warmth. So what I'm saying is coming strictly from the soul, pure. So my parent ended up coming back, and mind you, she has been a little flippy with her energy, but she been trying to use me, take whatever she could take out of me before she get done with me. But I ain't let her take too much because she didn't know much, and she wanted to, but she didn't. So she pulled up, and then my little sister came up to her like, she just let off some crickets. She's let off some crickets. Why the fuck? She looked up at me and she was like scared. Like, I swear to, I don't even like swearing to God, but I swear she looked up at me in fear. I smelled fear all over that parent. She looked up at me. She was in the car with my other sister, the one right up under the real evil one. They both in the car. She looked up at me and was like, why you ain't let that loose at your house? You should have let that loose at your house. I said, I'm just setting them free. I didn't tell her the spiritual meaning. I just said, I'm just setting them free. They deserve to be free. She was like, oh, you a sweetheart, but you still should have let them off at your house. Like, if she was so against me letting the crickets off because she knew on her spiritual side what them crickets symbolize. And she looked at me like, who the fuck told you to do that? Like, you would think this person will be happy that you freed some things. But she looked at me in fear, y'all. I will never forget this shit. And she was like, you should have she still was against it. Like, you should have let them off at your house. Then she started talking about me behind my back to the other sister, telling her that. And I heard them through the window. She was like, yeah, letting motherfucking crickets off over here. What the fuck she on? Da, da, da. Even though this nature ain't yours. Definitely not yours. You disrespect yourself in the whole part of nature. So it's definitely not shit on nature owed to you. You fucked that life up. You gonna be reincarnated in the same hell you live in. That's your fault. That ain't got shit to do with me and these crickets, boo.
Oh my God. Wow.
I could not grasp, I could not understand, and I still didn't even process it because I really was just like a blockage was up with her. I really wouldn't let her in at all. And I'm just like, I don't know why. I really didn't know why. I just found this out today too, but I've been kind of knew, like my soul knew, but I just spoke about it today. But what I did was when I let them crickets off, my soul, my higher self told me, whatever curse she's trying to put on you while you here is not gonna hurt you, is not gonna kill you. You just set up a protection barrier in her own motherfucking covenant places of environment. So you basically walked in her house and brung the light of nature and the force of nature with you. And you didn't even know you did that. But you see how mother got you? That's how my ancestors, that's how I'm hearing Mother Nature. You see how mother got you? We got you, baby. You really think we gonna let somebody take you up off of here when we depend on you? My grandfather said, right. You really think that? I got another topic too about my grandfather's oldest son, which is a junior of my grandfather, carry my grandfather's name. Got a real intense download on that one as well. Stay tuned. But anywho, a few days ago, maybe a week ago, maybe a few days ago, I was going through my own little things with people and stuff like that, and I came in my room. Mind you, my room be smelling so differently every day. Like, I may be in my house every day or do certain things every day, but my room smelled differently every day. To the point I walked in here and it smelled like flowers. Like, you know, I got flowers all over, but these not real. But it smelled like flowers. Like roses and sunflowers. It smelled so beautiful when I walked in here. And so it smelled like flowers. So I'm like, why it smells so good in here? I ain't say nothing. I was just like, thank you. Came in here, laid in my bed, like, whoo, clouds on earth. And that was a little fake laugh, but it was still cute. Wasn't it cute?
Stop it. Get some help.
Yep. And then a day after that, I walked in my room and it smelled like lemons. But my son eat lemons a lot, so I was like, okay, well, it smell like lemons because of him. And he don't even be knowing when he be eating these lemons, it be having this house smell so lemony, and I love it. And then I had bought some lemons, and I guess they didn't have the lemons, the organic lemons I wanted. So they sent me like 5 bags of lemons. So my son was like, heaven on earth, like, I got all these lemons, but they not just for you. It was meant for me to use them for the spiritual moon last night too. I used a few of them. A lot of my altars and things like that, my rituals and things like that, I use, I'm protective over it. So I probably won't share much of that with y'all, probably ever, because it's very sacred to me, and I'm very serious about what I do. And all my rituals are with love. You get what I'm saying? Go watch Matilda. Miss Honey is me. That's who I was in my past life as well. Beyond the physical on this earth or realm, in my past life, in my spiritual home, I was always like Miss Honey. You get what I'm saying? And I love honey, lemons. You know, I just don't really eat them like that because I don't like the sourness. I just don't really care for the sourness. But whenever I need a detox or anything like that, I'm gonna do it. Whatever you need, your soul go crave for it. So, anywho, I'm doing my little ritual last night. Well, really in the rising, because it was like 4 or 5 in the morning, me in the rising, still unlearning bad behavior, y'all. And I smelled my grandfather the other night. It's like he was in my room, and when I walked in my room, my son was in here, my kids was in here too. Even though he lived within someone in my closest circle, he lived within them, but his soul still, like his higher self, still visit. And you know what smells when the smell coming, and when he came, I walked, it's like my room is like the portal for them, I swear. And I walked in and I was like, it smelled like my granddad's house. And it did, because his house always smelled like a clean walnuts. He loved walnuts and certain apples, oranges. He kept apples and oranges on the table for us. He kept certain snacks for us. And my soul was craving for a strawberry shortcake. That's what my granddaddy loved. He loved them strawberry shortcakes. My soul was craving for that the other day, but they was out at the store, so I'm like, fuck it, it ain't meant. But my soul ended up craving for lemons, so I was like, okay, I use lemons then. And I put it by his picture, and I just was thinking about him, and I'm like, I sense you, I feel you. And it's like when I was doing the download last night, and I would look up at their pictures, and it's like I know all of their scents flat out. I don't give a fuck. They carried me up under them so closely like that because they knew I was gonna remember no matter how far I went in life. And with that certain wicked sibling that I just did a download about, my granddad didn't show favoritism. He didn't show favoritism at all because he didn't want to, especially because that parent of mine used to be like, you treat them better than her, or my other kids, you don't treat them fairly. But my granddad knew. He knew she was the wicked one out of all of us. He knew she was the most wicked. My grandfather knew that shit. That's why he favored me and my brother in his own way. See, he connected with us more deeply on a spiritual note, real shit, but he treated us the same. But he connected with me and my brother on a more spiritual note. And I laid in my granddad's bed every night when I was scared, when I stayed there with him for a while. And he used to just let me until one day she lied and said he tried to touch on me. That's when he stopped. And she tried to tell him that I said that. Like, my granddad didn't trust me a little bit after that, but he knew it wasn't me. But now he know exactly what's going on. He kind of do. But I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all a little bit about the cricket scenario. That was all it was. I love you all. Peace and love and blissfulness. And remember, if don't nobody love you, I love you. My cosmic family. You are my family. We ain't gotta have blood, but just know it's all love. I really wanna give you a hug. You gotta open up your throat chakra. You gotta motherfucking release. Don't let nobody have that much power over you to where you can't even speak about your shit. On your shit, you ain't no you better let them know you got it like that. So come on baby to the channel, come on baby to the channel. I love you all.